Hey there, I'm Lydia and this is my 8-week pregnancy update video with baby number 2. This week we are visiting family in Holland, Michigan for the 4th of July and celebrating Independence Day up here with family. And I just wanted to make a quick update about symptom changes in the last 2 weeks since my 6-week update and just what's been new with me and with baby. So in this video we're going to talk about pregnancy symptoms from 6 to 8 weeks and what's been different, and also how baby's doing and how I'm doing. So thanks so much for watching these updates. I hope you enjoy them. Please subscribe if you haven't already and join my YouTube family for even more updates as we go through the process of this second pregnancy with our baby number 2. I'm super excited still. We've announced it to our family and also announced it to the world on Instagram and on Facebook, and I'm just so thankful for all the congratulations and all of the friends that are so supportive of our pregnancy and excited with us. So we did announce it with a picture of Adeline with a big sister shirt on and a letterboard, and that was really cute. I'll put a picture here so you can see how cute and adorable she is. So with that announcement, we announced that she was going to be a big sister and that we were due in February. And I got a few responses from people thinking we were saying she was having a sister, but I was saying she's the big sister either way. And also, since right now I'm just going by positive pregnancy test, I don't know if it's more than one baby right now. And some people were thinking, since I said baby number 2, that it was actually 2 babies. So anyway, I've tried to clarify that on my social media, and I just thought that was kind of funny because I didn't say those things at all, but sometimes it's just taken the wrong way. But for the most part, we've gotten lots of positive feedback from friends, and they're just excited for us, so that's great. But in this video, I wanted to talk about the symptoms, and I'm having to make a whole list on my phone because there's so many. There's a big difference from like 6 weeks to 8 weeks. I am in full swing of the first trimester, and all of the symptoms that I was looking up almost was like checking the box, check, check, check. So many symptoms. So the biggest one has been fatigue, and I'm just tired all the time, so tired. I remember when I was pregnant the first time with Adeline, I was able to nap and sleep in, and I remember sleeping a lot the first trimester. With a toddler, not so much. I still can take naps if I really need it, but I have to work around somebody taking care of her or napping when she naps, so it's just more complicated now. But fatigue is definitely one of the strongest symptoms, just tired all the time, yawning throughout the day, and I'm getting plenty of exercise, chasing her around. We're doing flights of stairs every day and walking around outside and having her on in the carrier, so I'm getting lots of exercise, and I think that helps me with the energy too, because otherwise I'd probably just be napping all the time. Another thing is that nausea has kicked up a notch, and morning sickness has kind of become throughout the day. They should really call it all-day sickness because it can hit at any time. And usually snacking helps me, like I've mentioned in my previous updates. I did throw up a few times this past week, and that was awful. I really hate throwing up, so I tried to avoid it if I can, but I actually did feel better and kind of relieved after I did, so sometimes it helps. By the way, this is going to get really TMI, so if you're not interested in all these symptoms, you might want to just click away, because I'm gonna say what's actually going on, and it might be TMI, might be kind of gross, and I don't want to gross you out, but if you're watching this and you're pregnant and you're maybe wanting to know what to expect, then I just want to be real and honest. So I'm going to go through the rest of my list here. Those are the big ones, but I've also had these symptoms: diarrhea, sore nipples, especially with breastfeeding, and a teething baby. That's been interesting. I mentioned vomiting, not fun, but has happened a couple times. Headaches, I can usually drink water and, you know, get rid of the headache without taking medicine, but I did have a headache around the same time as I had vomiting, so I think that's a pregnancy symptom because I don't usually have headaches. Frequent urination, I have talked about that before. Definitely running to the bathroom all the time and feeling so pregnant already. A strong sense of smell is something new because I have had several smell aversions when maybe taking out the trash or driving by something, getting a strong whiff of something and just really sensitive to it. I'll kind of feel like throwing up for a second. So that's unusual. Food aversions, several things that are usually fine have just not sounded good to me, and when I hear it or see it, I'm just like, ugh. And it's different all the time. It might not be the same thing every day. It's just what sounds good and what doesn't. So one thing is kind of in mayonnaise. Just the thought of mayonnaise is just, no, thank you. But also food cravings. Really strong urge for pizza still. I mentioned Papa John's pizza is like my favorite, with pepperoni and pineapple. So I've had that this week. Another food craving is McDonald's sausage burritos. I don't know, but they have breakfast all day, which really helps me because I might have the urge like in the middle of the afternoon and just have to have it. I try not to do that too often, but sometimes I just really want it. Which is interesting. I have some of the same pregnancy cravings that I did last time, and I thought maybe every pregnancy would be different, but maybe it's just my body, and I think those cravings are for things that our body needs, which obviously I don't need McDonald's, but my body maybe needs something that's in the sausage burrito. Maybe I should learn how to make my own sausage burritos, and then they wouldn't be, you know, fast food. But anyway, those are kind of my cravings right now, and then just food in general when I'm not feeling nauseous. Going through the list here, still having some bloating and dealing with what clothes fit and what doesn't. Still clothes are a little tight, a little snug, and sometimes like if I'm wearing a belt and driving or like sitting for a while, it kind of hurts, so I have to loosen it already. But I think that's because of some bloating. I've had some acne in the last couple of weeks, and I usually don't have acne. My skin's been pretty clear, so I think that's a pregnancy symptom. And then just more emotional than usual because I'll see like a sappy commercial and I'll tear up, or I'll read a sentimental Instagram post and want to cry, or just feel very strongly about it when normally I could just keep scrolling. So more emotional than usual, and just like sentimental about Adeline and her milestones too. She's just started walking, and just to think that, you know, a year ago she was a tiny little baby just out of the newborn stage, and now she's a toddler, and just thinking like how fast that goes, and getting ready to go through all of that again, and just knowing what it's like from the first time, but knowing that it's going to be different this time too. So just thinking about that kind of thing definitely makes me more emotional, and just wanting to hang on to these little moments and to enjoy them to the fullest, because life is so precious and it's a gift, and I don't want to take any of that for granted. I did want to share with you that I have an app that I've been using. I mentioned Ovia Pregnancy, and so every week it shows you how big the baby is compared to like a fruit, and so this week is the size of a wild strawberry. So when I first saw strawberry, I thought, oh well, strawberries can get pretty big, so what size strawberry are we talking about? But last week was like a wild blueberry, and this week is a wild strawberry. So getting bigger and developing hands and feet and eyes and more of the features to look more like a baby, but still super, super, super tiny. I'll try to show you what it looks like on my phone when I'm using the app. So here you can see it shows me the strawberry, and it has a little update on the size of the baby and what is developing this week at 8 weeks. It also has a countdown for me, which I like. It's amazing that it's just over 31 weeks until the due date. I just don't feel like that's very long at all. But it's cool to see the countdown and to have this app that shows me the development of the baby and what's going on. And it just makes me feel, you know, more connected to the baby. This week, I did make an appointment with a midwife. So I told you I had an interview, and I think we really clicked, and I really liked her. So we're gonna have our first prenatal appointment at about 9 weeks because I'm out of town this week. But when we get back, I'm having my first appointment to just kind of check on vitals and some basic stuff, start some paperwork, and not a whole lot going on, just like the normal stuff. So I'm thankful so far it's been a healthy pregnancy, and I'm excited just to have somebody to walk with me through it who has experience and who will be able to give me advice if I do have any problems or have any questions. So just to have somebody in my corner is really nice. So that's it for 8 weeks as far as symptoms and baby's growth and how I'm doing. So I hope that helps you if you are pregnant and watching these updates. I really enjoyed watching updates last time, so I'm wanting to do this pretty regular, probably every couple of weeks, and then maybe more often towards the end, because a lot can go on from week to week. So if you're enjoying these pregnancy updates, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, let me know what else you'd like to see in these videos, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching and for all your support. Love you guys. Bye.